Hey Conk fam, stay tuned to see one of my strangest cleaning experiences I've ever had with this Strange Tales number 165. Alright, let's start with the front. Overall, it doesn't look bad at first glance. Corners are kind of sharp. Not very many spine ticks. A little shadowing at the top. Not much we can really do about that. There's a little paint across the top that they used to do with the books when they came into the distributor. Alright, but when we start getting in the light a little bit, it does have really good gloss. Maybe a little haze of some kind of stain there. But overall, the front doesn't look too bad. You do see a bindery markings there. But it's the back that really, you can see across the front there. See some bindery stuff. You can see a little dent there near his knee. Overall, really great gloss on this old of a book. Alright, now the back though, whole nother issue. Look at that. So big bindery. You can even follow the line all the way up to the top. So obviously this book was at the top of the palette. And then they came along and they spray painted the top of the books to show they'd been received or counted. And then you can even see the horizontal bind. And when we get this book in the light, you can almost see right there, you can almost see like the twine, the outline of the twine where it was tied up and probably something else piled on top. You can see a lot of dents right there. Looks like some schmutz or something. And they just laid wax paper on top of these. A little chip on that corner. Of course, nothing you can do about that. Nothing you can really do about the paint. A lot of dents. Oh, look at those. So yeah, they just put wax paper across the top and bottom and then tied them up. And this may actually have come from a unused pallet of books that's just been sitting around for years, because you can see the difference in oxidation between where the twine was and the book. So that tells me this was bound up for a long time and the other parts of the book oxidized while some didn't. So maybe this was an unused pallet of books that had just been bound up for a long time. You know, I don't think we can do anything about that. I mean, I've heard some talk about peroxide and UV light. That's just not something I've tried before. We're going to do our basic wet cleaning on it though. Maybe some of it, I don't think it's dirt, but we're going to do our wet cleaning, and I know our pressing is going to be able to fix a lot of those dents and stuff. So, all right, so let's get to it. Okay, Conk fam, so we're going to try something, a different type of angle. I'm going to try and do all this from my phone. Of course, first thing, I just give it a good wipe down with the microfiber cloth. And next, So I've started with a little bit of a clean part. See if we're pulling anything up. No, we'll have a clean part here. I don't expect to see anything noticeable to the eye on the book. But if I see something coming up on the foam, I know we're doing something. You know, some of that just may be ink. I'm not sure if we're really... Yeah. And this cover is so pretty with such high gloss. I don't think I'm even going to chance doing a wet clean. I may come along with a dry clean, the eraser, and see if there's any spots that need attention. But you know, it's one of the things about cleaning books is knowing what to do with what, when to stop, when to keep going. All right. So we did get a little something. All right, I think I'm due. We'll take my Immaculate here. And I'm going to go along the back. We're getting yellow up. So there's no yellow ink on the back here. So it's telling me that we are pulling some of this yellowing up. All right, we're going to go just a little more. Wow, so much of that yellow. So maybe that is a lot of dirt. I'm not sure. I'm going to go over it one good time with our Immaculate here. You know, again, I know we're not hurting the inks or anything. I've done books of this age on the back, and these inks are pretty good. It's the front I'm a little worried about, and there's such pretty gloss already on the front. I don't want to screw that up. But, you know, I think what we're going to do is just going to work with this. Maybe a little bit across the back. And see what happens after a couple of treatments. Wow, that is crazy. I've never dealt with a book this yellowed. So again, I know we're not pulling up any ink. So I don't know if all that is just dirt or residue from the wax paper. I'm not sure. So of course the thing to do is kind of let this set a little bit. Let this Immaculate do its job here. I'm gonna be a little careful. Okay, we're gonna let that dry, then we'll come back and visit it. All right, Comic Fam, I'm in the video right here and go ahead and put this in 2 parts so it's not too long. You heard my surprise in the video. I am just blown away. I have the pads here of, I've just never seen anything like it. I've never seen what I thought was oxidation, and I have cleaned a lot of books. But like I said, I've never dealt with one that was so heavily oxidized, or what I thought was oxidation. Obviously, it's not, because oxidation doesn't come up like that. Oxidation is a chemical process that occurs within the paper, and this was something that's obviously on top of the paper. So I don't know if it's just, I mean, it has to be dirt. Regardless, stay tuned to the next video so you can see the results of everything. You can see me finish cleaning, and then I went through several presses and a couple of cleanings. I probably could have gone further, but I felt the paper started weakening after a bit with the cleaning process, because wet cleaning is a fairly radical process versus dry cleaning. So much detergent soaking into the paper and everything. I just erred on the side of caution and didn't try to go too far with it. And like I mentioned in the video, that's one of the things with cleaning comics, is knowing when to stop and when to keep going. This was such a beautiful book, very few spine ticks, high gloss on the front cover. Definitely a chance. If it wasn't for that back, I mean, I'd say we're in the 9.0 to 9.2 range almost with this book. But with that back cover, I've had a heavily oxidized book get graded before, and they knocked it down to an 8.0 just due to the oxidation on the back cover. I mean, like I said, I'm just really still flabbergasted. I still want to talk to Rick some over at Immaculate Comics, his view on it. But anyways, come back for part 2, where you get to watch me finish doing the process of wet cleaning and pressing this book. All right, so with that, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do the notification bell anytime you want to see me, and if you like content like this. But with that, I'm going to say peace, love, and comics. Thank you all. Bye.